All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, the Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Now, basically, going into the times of Jacob's trouble, the detention centers, the troops, the hour of temptation, which is the implementation of what? The MOTB, the mark of the beast, which the mark of the beast is what? The micro C-hip, okay? We understand that this devil is going to bring forward a digital, cashless monetary system where your purchases, your payments, your buying and selling are going to be done digitally, are going to be done cashlessly through a micro C-hip that they're going to want inside every man, woman, and child, man. That is the mark of the beast, all right? Now, going into it, we understand that you have some, of the Lord's elect that are allotted to be what? To be martyrs, man, to die faithful. But see, the scriptures go into basically those that die in the Lord, they also get the victory, man. It's still a victory, which really what this lesson is going into, because we're going to come into the thick of Jacob's trouble, man. All right. And there will be some of the believers, some of the, followers of Yahawashi that are allotted to be faithful unto death. But as the scriptures go into what? They shall receive a crown, man. All right. And they're going to be in the chariot. Okay. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 74. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand." Okay. The time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right. Okay. A time like no other. All right, where this devil Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, was ruled over this revived Roman Empire, America, NATO, and the EU. This devil is going to come down with great wrath, man. All right, you got this devil going, with all the digital IDs. These people want more surveillance, more control. They want to bring in this digital totalitarian slave world. Drones, robotics, all this stuff, man. AI. All right. This man want to enslave us through his technology, man, and his pseudoscience, man. All right, we're coming to a time like no other. All right, and only the Lord's elect are gonna make it past these trying times and be delivered. So it says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt. For the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi is your guide." All right. And the Lord is going to be guiding his elect through these trying times, through these evil times, man. All right. Now, I want to put emphasis on guide, because when we go to the book of Psalm chapter 48, verse 14, it says what? For this God, all right, this power is our power, man. All right. For this God is our God forever and ever, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. He will be our guide even unto death, man. And that's what this lesson going into. Those that are allotted to be martyrs, man. To die faithfully are for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. But guess what? Even they get the victory, and the Lord is gonna give them the spirit to basically conquer. So let's go from here. All right, I want to get the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 10. And it says what? Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. And we're coming into a time of great suffering, time of great trouble, time of great affliction and adversity, man. Esau's finna come down with great wrath. The scriptures say he shall be like a madman, sparing none. All right. It said, but the scriptures telling us what? Fear none of those things, man. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, which is Esau, shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. You see, only the Lord's elect are going to make it through these trying times and be delivered, man. Even those that die in the Lord. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. And it's just a time. All right. Okay. But the scriptures say, be thou faithful unto death. All right. And what? And I will give thee a crown of life. And that's the point, because we understand that those that die in the Lord, they're finna come back. All right. And they're finna receive immortality. They're finna receive the incorruptible bodies. All right. And guess what? They'll never die again. All right. They'll live for eternity, man. You know, with that glory and with that fame, eternity. So Khan, man. And we understand that this devil, he gonna all right, this devil, when he come down with great wrath, the detention center, as the scripture said, he shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days, which you don't really know how long you're going to be in there. All right. But we're supposed to trust in the Lord. All right. We're supposed to trust in the Lord and be faithful. And as the scripture is going to be faithful even unto death, man, because this was going to take place in these last days, man. All right. Okay. So Khan, now let's go from here to the book of Revelation chapter 20, Khan. The book of Revelation chapter 20. Because as I'm going into, we're going to come into the thick of Jacob's trouble. All right, the detention centers, the troops, Esau and his technology. All right, the mark of the beast, the micro C-hip, So in the scriptures go into Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded put to death for the witness of Yahawashi and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hand. You got Elon Musk with the brain, C-hip, the Neuralink. This what these devils finna do, man. They're finna bring in this micro C-hip, this digital system, All right. All the AI, the robotics, this devil is finna come down with great wrath. But the scriptures going into what? Those that die faithful in the Lord, not having received, all right, the MOTB. All right. Neither worship the beast, neither his image. They died faithfully, man. All right. It says what? Neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived. Because guess what? They're coming back, man. All right. And guess what? They're going to be raised incorruptible. All right. They're going to put on immortality and they're going to reign. They're going to receive a crown. And the scripture is going to go into it. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years, those first 1,000 years of the kingdom, All right. Those first 1,000 years of the kingdom, man. All right. It says, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years, man. You see? All right. So Khan, now let's go from here. And let's go to the book of 1 Thessalonians. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4. Khan, this is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 13. It says, but I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep. All right. That ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if ye believe that Yahawashi died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahawashi will the Most High bring with him. You see? Those that die in the Lord, man. All right. It says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain, and it's also showing you reincarnation, because Apostle Paul is including himself when he say we, understanding that the believers are going to come back in these last days and be upon the earth before the return of Yahawashi. All right. Those churches, Corinth, Ephesus, Galatia, all those believers, they're back here today, believing in the Lord and waiting on this, waiting on the return of Yahawashi. They're back in the reincarnation. It says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. All right. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Okay. Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. So all those that they gonna be good, man. They gonna come back. They gonna receive immortality. They gonna get the crown. and they gonna rule. All right, with Yahawashi. All right. The scriptures say what? The dead, it said what? The dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. And guess what? They're going to be raised incorruptible, man. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 50. It says what? Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. But I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, man. Those new bodies. All right. Immortality. Okay. Even those that died in the Lord, they gonna come back and receive the crown, immortality, and reign with Yahawashi. It says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall put on incorruption, and this mortal shall put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. You see, those that die in the Lord, they still get the victory, man. All right. Okay, and they gonna get victory over death. All right. Here it is. They died and then came back. They're gonna come back incorruptible, man. All right. Now let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, and I should close it out here. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 42, and this Ezra. Okay, it says, I Ezra saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. And what we read in Revelation 2, all right? Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, for the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life, man. All right, I will give thee a crown of life. All right, and here it is. Ezra is seeing a vision of Yahawashi crowning. Okay, the elect. It says, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world, man. All right. And you're going to have some of those of the elect that confess the name of the Lord, and they're gonna die for the name of the Lord, man. They're gonna die faithful, okay, and receive this reward. It says, Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. And that's the point, man. It's gonna be you're gonna have some of the Lord's elect that's gonna stand so stiffly even unto death, man. All right. But guess what? They still get the victory, you know? And that's really the point. So Lord willing, and the Lord is going to guide his elect, man. He's going to guide his chosen, the remnant of Israel, man, in these evil times. But that's really the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations